Live Oak's really more of an attitude for us, like how we are. It's ingrained in South Texas, Live Oak trees, Live Oak County, and that's where we're kind of from. You know, the brand is, we are from San Antonio. The brand's from a little further south. San Antonio is really important to us. So being important here, giving back to the community, being loved here was very important to us. Danny and I are from here. Cousin Kenneth's from here. A lot of the staff. And so this was kind of the launching point. We are about an hour and a half from here, our production facility. So Corpus is pretty close, but San Antonio, it's home. So we really felt like we needed to be big here before we could be big anywhere else. Yeah, the service industry community in San Antonio, I think, is extremely strong. It's a very tight-knit community. You'll hear that from anybody you ask. It really is like a big family, and everybody sticks together. Everybody's willing to help the next guy out. Most people that are in it stay in it. And I think there is people who kind of, from the outside, who may think like, oh, well, you know, it's just the service industry. I'm sure a lot of people get that. But here, there's something to be proud of. My father was in the service industry, and now I'm in the service industry. And in fact, they sell our product at a bar my father opened in 1981. And so he was part of the group that was there in the beginning, and things like that. Like, that's something cool. It's a generational thing at this point. I don't pour drinks there, but they're pouring our stuff there at the same bar. So I definitely think, like everything else in San Antonio, it comes down to family. It comes down to relationships. It comes down to friends. It's being big here, being wanted here means more than anything else. Being able to serve the community, being able to serve San Antonio is very important to us. It is big, so there's a lot to cover, but it is very important. This is our roots. This is where we're from. And again, I would love to be, you know, someday, and we will be, I believe, nationwide. We will be big. Worldwide. Who knows? But I think it all starts with home. And so taking care of our friends here and taking care of the families here and the people here, the bars, the communities first, doing it right, and growing organically through that, I think will, in the long run, help us out so much more than just going and opening up shop somewhere else just to make a buck. And we're Texas boys, so being here means everything. We do have a contract with a company working on in Florida, which is cool. There's a lot of Texans that have moved over there, so they'll hopefully buy our stuff. And all that stuff's great, and we need that to expand, but doing right by the people of San Antonio is on my list. Lifelong San Antonio Spurs fan. I remember going to games at the Alamo Dome when they had the curtain, the giant ugly curtain. I remember going to games even before that with my father. It's kind of something you just do here. We don't have an NFL team or any other major league sports, so the Spurs are all we have. We only, we have one D1 football program. It's it. So everybody kind of throws everything into the Spurs, the UTSA Roadrunners. But we're lucky enough to be we're lucky enough to have a suite for the Spurs games. And through our relationship there, kind of getting to meet everybody, we were able to jump into a partnership with them, which even just being able to go being in a suite is a big deal for us. We didn't grow up with much means, so things like that were already cool. And now to be a partner with the team that represents our hometown is a huge deal. This is, I can't tell you how big of a deal it is. It's because the Spurs represent us and the town, everything. It's more than any other franchise, because it's all we are. It's what we are. That symbol, the Spur, represents us, and I think that now having a part of that, it's going to be hard to top this. It's more than just a partnership to us. Yeah, so I think that for us, this a partnership of this magnitude is huge for us. It's huge for anybody, but knowing the brands that came before that had the same sponsorship, to all of a sudden put us on that level, I think it definitely is letting them and everybody else know that we're here. And there's plenty of room for everybody. We want to make sure that, good competition and all of those things, but it definitely put us on the map. I think there's people that are going to notice that, all of a sudden, like, well, who's this? And if we can hang with the Spurs, then we're somebody. And so I think this will be really good. It's only been going on for about a week now since we've announced it, and already the amount of people that have grown on our social media pages, people stopping me that I don't even know, like, hey man, I heard about the Spurs thing. My family members I haven't talked to for years are reaching out all of a sudden. And so it's cool. For San Antonio boys, this is about as good as it gets. If the Spurs were, which we'll be back. We're gonna win another championship. Not this year, and maybe not the next year, but I'd say the year after that. I think that's where it's heading. To be attached to a current championship team would be amazing for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and speak that into existence. I give it 2-3 years, we'll be on top. So something important for us is, while we grow, is to stay who we are. I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far. We still have so far to go, but from where we started to now, we have grown so much, and I think it's only because we are who we are. We haven't budged at all. We're family, and that comes first, and I think we're here for the community. As anyone else around can attest, we've always done our best to help and all of those things, and I truly believe as long as we stick to that, we'll always be okay. I think that we are here for the people because we are the people. We're not better than anybody. We're not bigger than anything. We're just here, and we hang out. We're around. You can find us, and if you need something, we'll probably help you out. Man, SpeedRailz is cool, and I think what's great is, as we were talking at some point earlier, people reaching out and stuff. I'm getting texts, hey, SpeedRailz is getting big. Can we be a part? I got an email the other day. I do think, and even though I want everybody to buy our vodka, I do think that it's good that San Antonio gets to represent now, though, because I think that being the 6th largest city in the United States, beyond that, I think we got some great bartenders here. I think it's good, but I think that bringing people together throughout the state is something that this is doing. SpeedRailz is doing that. Literally now, it's every part of the state's going to be involved in this thing, and I think that same attitude we have here, I think it'll bring a lot of people together and realize that we are kind of separated in Texas, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to choose North Texas over any other part of the country, even though I prefer South Texas. We're all in this together. We're all Texans. We're all fighting for the same thing here. And I think this is a good way for people to get connected and to realize, that there's other people like us out there. There's other people, that are doing the same thing, same hustle, fighting for the same thing. So I think this is kind of bringing everybody together in a cool, fun way. And who doesn't like competition? I think at the end of the day, when the dust settles, I think people everywhere else will be pleasantly surprised with how our bartenders in San Antonio show up.